Alright, here is my slot machine. This is called a pachinko machine. This one is made in Japan. It has a whole bunch of Japanese writing on it. It's the Aladdin II, and it normally takes tokens, but I have it set up to take quarters, and I'll show you how I did that. So first off, we'll show you how it works. So if you put in just one coin first, so you would win by the combination that you get in the center row. If you put in two coins, just put in one more. Now you could win by the middle row or the top or bottom row. And if you put in three coins, then you could win by these diagonals also. So you put in three coins, you have 5 ways to win. 2 coins, 3 ways to win. 1 coin, just 1 way to win. So it's better to put in more coins. And then you push the black lever to start the tumbler spinning, and then you push buttons to stop each one. And we did not win. So I'll show you some modifications I did. First, I want to point out, this is pretty cool. Down here is a little ashtray. You can put your cigarette there to hold it, and you tip this out for easy cleaning. Very handy. So you have the special key to be able to open it up. And I'll do that. So I did a bunch of modifications to this. So just to show you right here, this is the power switch. This right here is a little switch that releases coins, just like if you were to win. So if you push down on that, the coins release. So I have put some shrink wrap tubing on this switch just to get a little better grip. And I put a little zip tie here to hold a wire. And on this outside, I had drilled a diagonal hole up into here, and I just put a little spring washer on there, so if you gently pull on that, it releases some coins. So that's one modification I did, and that's probably the best modification. I also had to fix this. Well, this might actually be the best modification. So in here, there's a slide where the coins come down, and then they pass through here, and they go through these 2 black readers. So what happens is, if the coin is the wrong size, this is a hole, and the coin would fall out and fall into this and end up back down at the bottom. So what I did was I took some thick piece of plastic from like a storage container, and I cut it to the same height as this slot, and I lined it up so that it was flush with this edge, and on the back side I put a couple dabs of hot glue, and then I hot glued on this side over here too. So it's a nice smooth plastic surface for the coins to slide on, so they never fall out. So this makes it work with quarters. And I also had to adjust, there's just one screw over here that I adjusted these 2 sensors down more so that they would they would read quarters, because I think the tokens might have been a little bit bigger diameter. And to take this off and do all that, there was one screw here, and then there was this like thumb screw here, and then these 2 plugs, and then this whole assembly comes off, and then you can make those modifications. Each machine might be a little different. Another thing I did was, if there's an error code, back before I modified to take quarters, I would get error codes because it would sometimes read the quarters and sometimes not. So to clear the code, you turn this service key to the left, counterclockwise. So I took a piece of wire and just hooked it onto this bracket, because when you turn the key left, it just pulls this down, and there's a little micro switch here. So I have this sticking out the right side so that you can clear the codes. Okay, and another modification I did was I adjusted the odds to be more in our favor. So I don't have the key that goes in this slot here. So what I did was there's a screw on the bottom and a screw on the top. The screw on the top is really easy to get to with a screwdriver. The one on the bottom was a little challenging, but I got it off. And on the opposite side of this key, there's just contacts that are exposed. So I just took a piece of wire and shorted the contacts to indicate that the key was in place, and then that lit up this display here, and then I was able to flick this switch a few times, and it was originally set on 3 for the odds, and I got it up to 6, which is the highest, the most favorable chance of winning. And one thing I was wondering was, these tumblers spin so fast that is it truly a chance that you're gonna win or not, or is it the computer's really controlling things? Well, I can tell you that the computer knows exactly where these things are, and it's going to position it the way the computer wants. So I think that really did increase the chances going to level 6. Because later on, if you win certain combinations, then the follow-on sessions are going to be winners, automatic all the time. And it was giving me apples for a few times after I won big. So the machine knows what it's doing. When I first got the machine, the tumblers weren't spinning right. They were kind of jittering, and it wasn't right. So I just kind of fiddled with these connections here, just disconnected, reconnected a few times, and this one on the top here was big too. Take it in and out, just work the metal so that any corrosion, it would be able to make a good electrical contact again. So now the tumblers work okay. I thought about using some contact cleaner, and that probably would work great too, but I ended up getting it working just by manually working in the connections. So I'll just keep it as it is for now. Another thing I found is, depending on how many coins you have in there, I don't have a whole lot of quarters, so sometimes it'll pay out, and it'll kind of give you an error code when it runs out of money to pay out, because it still owes you money. So I set up this, and I could probably do this better, just some paper towel tubes, so that I can feed additional coins in through the side. If it's calling for or releasing more money, you can feed more in through the side. So just make sure this is off to the side here. And let's put in a few more. 1, 2, 3. Didn't win. And you can speed load. You put 3 coins in, and you 1, 2, 3. Oh, didn't win. I got 2 more here. Oh, didn't win. Alright, you get the idea. It's pretty fun, and the kids love it. Get some more coins out here. It's pretty neat. I think it'll be a big hit the next party we have. Alright, thanks for watching.